Monday is not a fun day, and Tuesday another blues day. Wednesday's getting better, Thursday doesn't matter, and Friday is the last day. And then it's W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend. W-E-E-K-E-N-D, it's weekend.
Everybody, welcome back. Oh God, let me fix this. If you're watching me with your peepholes, you can catch everybody over the Jams Live here on the Club with Lucas. Welcome everyone. It's been a couple of weeks and we've got a lot to get to. It's a bit of a kind of balmy day out there. I don't know, something like that. Oh God, let me put that on silent, please. How is everyone doing today? We've been away because something has come home to play. In fact, family is moving into town and coming into town for the holidays, so I hope everybody's getting ready for that stuff. Now, if you're not getting ready for that stuff, well, you should check out our second hour today. But in our first hour today, we are really pleased and blessed to be welcome, and I hope I get this name right, because I don't want to mess up my queen's name, but Nadzion is in town with us today. In fact, she is not only fresh off a competition show that we're going to talk about, in which she was actually one of the finalists out of scores and scores and scores of people here in Europe, but on top of that, she's also prepping to release a new EP right after the new year, and she's going to be joining us live today to give us a little bit of Blue Mesa live sessions as well, and some live music love, as well as talking to us about what's going on from whence she hails. In fact, our sister comes to us from Ukraine. She's been here for 2 years now, and a whole lot of stuff is about to pop off on there. As usual, we'll be bringing you the news that you can use, but we're going to be doing it in snippet forms because Lucas had a little bit of a scare before he came here. And so we're going to make it short today so we can get to Lady Anna in just a little bit. But of course, you can also follow me as well as we want you to, my loves, at the Club with Lucas on Instagram and the Club W Lucas on TwitX or whatever. I truly heard this week that instead of tweets now, they're being called excretions. I believe in Spanish you would say excreciones because it's now called X, so we'll call it TwitX because whatever. But you can follow me there too, my loves. You can also catch us at rce.cat, 106.9 FM to catch the jams everywhere in our beautiful state of Catalonia. And as well, follow us at YouTube, and you can watch us with those peepholes at RCE 106.9 FM. Okay, my loves, we're going to do a little bit of music right now, and then we're going to get to a little bit of news that you can use in English, because that's how we do over here. And then we're going to get to our sister Anna, because I'm really looking forward to this. We've been planning this for a few weeks now, and it's finally popping off. Now, let's talk about this quick jam, because it really is just a quick jam that we'll get to. But the Jesus and Mary chain started back in the 80s. If anybody knows what industrial and after that, alternative music, but industrial alternative music was, well, then you are a friend of mine, my love. And the Jesus and Mary chain have just released a new track. We have not heard from these boys in forever. Or these guys, we'll call them, in forever. And I am proud to offer here, because I doubt very few men and people are playing this in our beautiful state of Catalonia, but this is their new single called Jam Cod, and this is the Jesus and Mary chain, only on the Club with Lucas, RCE 106.9 FM, and we'll be right back.
floor. Fucking up and then falling down, but it pops nailed to the door. And I can't see the ceiling, 'cause I'm face down on the floor. Tears are what you want, tears are what you got. There must be an answer to the question I don't know. It's too close to midnight and there has to be no show. Breaking up and then falling down and my heart beats much too slow. Best notify the other brother, there's no place to go. Tears are what you want, tears are what you got. Vegetable, mineral, animal, I don't know what you want, what you need. I've become recently deceased. I recently deceased. I recently deceased. I recently deceased. I had some blues. I cocaine and disabled. J-A-M-C-O-D. 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 J-A-M-C-O-D.
Yes, only here at the Club with Lucas and RCE 106.9 FM. Are you going to hear industrial kings like the Jesus and Mary chain? Now, Children of the Corn, we've got some things to talk about. Before we do anything, of course, I really want to give some sad news, but some mad love to a beautiful actress from the hometown. And our lady Itziar Castro has died at the very young age of 46 years old. In fact, they were filming some scenes, or she was preparing for some scenes that they were filming, I believe, in Lloret de Mar. And she died in the pool, if I'm not mistaken. If the reports are accurate, I met her on several occasions. Once at Sitges Film Festival, and twice here at parties. And she was a beam of light, and that light has gone out at the age of 46 years old. So I just want to give mad love and shout to her family and our condolences as well to that, because this was a very unexpected situation that happened. And so, with that said, this is why respecting and loving those who give us our art at all time is very important. One of the things that was going on this week, because there's a lot of preparations for, nominations for this and all that stuff is starting to happen now. It's the end of the year. And there was some people talking about recently how there was a strike that happened for almost 6 months in the United States, which stopped the entire cinema, streaming, and television industry for a majority of the population anyway. And now artists' rights are coming into the foray. And one of the things that was really talked about this week in one of the red carpet deals, but it was actually a System of Truth, and then Cynthia Nixon, who's an actress from And Just Like That and Sex and the City, came out to say the reason why we do a lot of the things, artists of any kind, whether they're musicians or whatnot, we do what we do for peanuts or free whatever, is because we are artists. We have to create. That is how we get this out. And so when these lights are dimmed out, I just think it's important to make sure that we respect and honor the artists and the legacies that they have and the legends, while they're still here with us, because sometimes we forget that. Now, really quickly over to a little bit of news in English. It is really, really not a joke that in a way Spain is doing okay in reference to other parts of the European Union and other parts of the world. Economically, socially, there seems to be a lot in upheaval. And over the week, the two left parties of our country, the two main ones, left parties, whatever you want to call them, they separated in a mad barrage of drama. So there is no more Podemos and Sumar like a pact. That's not going to happen anymore. I think it's important to not take light of the fact that Podemos did a lot in reference to social care for women and trans people and the LGBTQ community. And so to see this happen on that side of the aisle is kind of annoying. But at the same time, last weekend, Pedro Sanchez, we were not here, was one of the first, if not the first European Union leader to call for a complete ceasefire to what's happening in Gaza at the moment. Over the night, there was a terrible vote that went through and has just disgraced, again, the United States of America. And so in reference to what's happening here, there seems to be a non-meeting of the aisle and what's happening between the Palestinians, of course, and the Israeli forces. The other thing is Donald Trump. Can we talk about him for a moment? Mm-hmm. Donald Trump has been denied every motion that he's tried. Basically, what is happening is we have to remember that this man, who used to be the president of the United States of America, is being indicted for 91 counts. 91 counts, okay, of indictments against him in criminal and civil fraud charges. This man is going to be found guilty of criminal fraud somewhere between March and April, I'm going to say. And the sentencing, according to the Georgia statutes and the DA, which is District Attorney in English, of Georgia, she has said, I want jail time. I'm not taking it light on him. And she said that yesterday. And so it looks like it's very possible that the ex-president of the United States of America will be going to jail. What's interesting, really quickly, if you'll give me this platform one moment, is that there's nowhere in the Constitution where someone who's in jail cannot still be the president of the United States and still run the country from a prison cell. This is insane, but that's democracy! Because, when the Constitution was written by a bunch of slave-owning white men, they didn't really think so far into the future that there were guidelines that were set up, but that nobody would be taking this so seriously. 3 days ago, that man, we'll call him that man, he did an interview for some station. And he said that he would not be a dictator except on day one, if he came back into the White House. And I think it's really interesting when we notice what's happening. For example, we looked at last week's elections in the Netherlands, where the extreme far right have taken back power. And we think of those situations that infringe upon things like art, things about protection, things about like women or the LGBT community or immigrants. And there seems to be a lot of in the balance in regards to what's going to happen in the future. So I would just like to say something really quickly before we go on to the interview later to the new young voters and the people who are coming up, especially my 16 to 20-year-olds. Inform yourselves, please. A non-informed voter or member of society, it can also be a very dangerous one. All right, that's enough for me. I'm going to take it to a little bit of music, and then we're going to get back to Lady Anna Nadzion. Is that correct?
Nadzion.
Nadzion. Yes. Thank you. I do notice that the word Zion is in your name. I love it. I just have to say, I find that very interesting. We're marching there. Empress of. If anybody knows this artist, we've been playing her for a couple of years now. In fact, she's released several EPs. She's got some new music out. And before we get to some fresh music here on the Blue Mesa Live Sessions, Empress of, I did not know that she spoke Spanish or that she actually has that blood in her. And she has just released the first non-binary pop song that I've heard of in this manner that actually takes back a lot of the house music roots and Vogue music roots, and I'm all about it. This is called Feminine. This is Empress of. We'll be back in 3 minutes with Lady Anna Nadzion.
Quiero un hombre femenino, un latine que baila pa' mí y solo pa' mí. Me cocine, me desfile, me lleve al cine. Lo quiero pa' mí y solo pa' mí. No te necesito a ti, ni tú a mí. Tú y yo somos iguales. Cara de pedigree, give me a treat. Me haces perder los modelos modales. Free, me, estoy loca en este party. Dream, scream, sabes que yo soy tu daddy. Quiero un hombre femenino, un latine que baila pa' mí y solo pa' mí. Me cocine, me desfile, me lleve al cine. Lo quiero pa' mí y solo pa' mí. Na 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 na. Anda, súmete yo encima, pongo mi mano en tu cuello. Dices que eres un freak, muéstrame si hoy quiero ser tu vaquero. Free, me, estoy loca en este party. Dream, scream, sabes que yo soy tu daddy. Quiero un hombre femenino, un latine que baila pa' mí y solo pa' mí. Me cocine, me desfile, me lleve al cine. Lo quiero pa' mí y solo pa' mí. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Free me, estoy loca en este party. Dream, scream, sabes que yo soy tu daddy. Free me, estoy loca en este party. Dream, scream, sabes que yo soy tu daddy. Daddy, 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 daddy. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
It's fun. Feminine, that was Empress of. But right now, Familia, we are being joined live in the club studio of RCE with Lady Anna Nadzion. So give it up for anybody who wants to clap, 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 clap. Lady Anna Nadzion, thank you so much for being here.
Hi,
You're here. And what's funny is that she's rocking her glasses on her head.
Why not? I mean,
I love it.
there's always time for sun,
No, exactly. Because I had this fashionista here, and she was doing the same thing. She said, "Oh, I know what I'm doing." I love it. But your look changes all the time.
Why? I mean, I'm the same.
Yeah, but if you look at, like, for example, the promo that we were using the past couple of days.
I am.
Oh, my nerves.
Yes.
In fact, you're serving up a lot of that 90s industrial alternative look in that look. And then here,
Yeah.
it's like,
Just
we're waiting for
regular.
you. No, we're kind of waiting for you to walk down a runway. Okay, let's keep it real. Now, you've been here for a while now.
In
How long?
Barcelona?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 1 year. Exactly 1 year ago,
was 2
I
years for
came.
some reason.
No. 1 year ago, I came here. Mm.
All right. Tell me, how do you feel with the flow? How do you feel with the flow?
The Barcelona flow. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Do
it's,
you? Okay, is it? Okay,
Yes.
brilliant.
I love it because it's full of, people who are very similar to me, and this place is full of everything. It's full of freedom. The people here are from all over the world, and it's really, it feels like that, like freedom.
Now, coming from where you come from, we're just going to touch a little bit onto that
Yeah,
because you're
sure.
coming from a large city as well.
Yeah.
So, for those of us outside, I always have, look at Kyiv like a place, like a bastion, especially for specific types of music. I mean, hello. And so I would feel that there would be a lot of that type of artist and craft and bohemian fare as well in Kyiv, no? And from where you come from.
I would say that in Kiev, there is a lot of place for alternative music. And yeah, I mean, indie, alternative, especially right now, our musicians are experimenting with so much things. Hi. Yeah, so it's full of everything. And now it's becoming even more bigger. I mean, the variations of different genres and, more musicians. Every single day we see another musician, another artist, and they are incredible. So Kiev, Slava Ukraini. Yeah.
There you go. Are there any artists that you really dig from Ukraine that we should be checking out by any chance?
Especially now, yes, Ciferblad. I would say yes. I would love to promote those guys. I will send you. I can send
Would you please?
Yes, I will send you. Of course.
Okay.
Their music is very. I mean, it's in Ukrainian, but you can translate their lyrics are very deep. What I love in their music that their lyrics are very deep. And there's this rapper Otoy. Now he's starting this whole new stage of rap music in Ukraine. It's very alternative and very rap. So yeah, it's
And
just
so
another
that means
time.
he's getting into some deeper lyrics as well.
Exactly. It's super deep and it's very
People
like
forget that, folks.
yes, the lyrics of him is very deep and like if when you're listening to that, you are in his universe. You really feel that there is something deeper than just hi, I'm a good rapper, I'm doing funny things, having fun. No, it's about pain.
Well,
First things.
if I may, that is a perfect jump off to your music because you feel your music. And so I'm wondering, or I'm putting some things together, if that's more of a post-democratic Ukrainian energy, that you put that energy into it. I mean, we can look at English music too. There's a lot of soul that goes into, even though we look at them and we don't think they're going to have much soul, as some British people, and then you're like, what the hell? So there's a lot of soul in your music as well, and you're going to perform some of that too later, including a Christmas song, folks.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that, Robert, but let's talk about you, because
Okay.
that energy is also into your music. So what inspires that, especially the lyrics, I would say?
Well, my music, the singer-songwriter thing, always been to me something like a therapy. I've never been to the therapy. I've never seen the therapist. Yes, it's something that I missed, but I really wanted to try, of course. But it's just I didn't have the opportunities. It wasn't very popular back in Ukraine and in my childhood. I don't know, for some reason.
Tampoco aquí, eh? Neither here. It's like, they're there.
Yeah.
It's different now, a little bit.
Yes, and I like that. But always music was this opportunity for me to analyze my thoughts, to analyze myself, to get some, answers. And sometimes I write a song and it helps me, like 1 year after I'm listening to my song and it helps me. It's like me talking to myself. So it always been like that. But now it's becoming something else because when I'm writing a song, so here's the thing. I usually think about like songwriter thing. When I write it,
Way.
yes. Usually we're thinking about like building a song, but when I write a song, I'm more like looking for the words, not like building something, but it feels like there is already the answer. I mean, 1 hour later, but I'm just looking, I'm trying to feel it, I'm trying to find it, So it's more about that for me. So it's like me talking to myself if there's no time,
I totally get it.
Yeah.
May I ask, do you write songs like poetry?
Yeah, I mean, I have rhymes and everything, but first of all, I write the melody. I have the melody, I play chords, and melodies first. It's the priority for me, always been, always will, I think. And when I write a song, I sing with some lyrics that I made up. It sounds like English. For example, car at the star, getting motor right, pretty local restaurant again, right, really red. So it's like a lot of raw sound. So it sounds like English. I've been doing that since I was a kid. And sometimes I have these like little words, like mountains. I see the signs in those melodies, and I know, for example, I wrote a song, da 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 anymore, da 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 da. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I just knew that there will be those words, and the only thing I had to do find another words, before them and after them. So it's something like that, but melodies first.
Okay, as you sing the little ditties right now, I hear a lot of jazz up in there. A
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
So where's that coming from? And then I want to play a little song as well.
Of course.
But where's that coming from? I heard that.
Yeah. So when I was like 12 years old, Here's the thing. I'm from the city Ternopil is on the west part of Ukraine, and when I was 7 years old, we moved to Kiev, and I was looking for some classes, vocal classes, for a long time. And I was 12 years old. I knocked into the very first music school I found, very first door I found, and it appeared this like woman. She was like, "I actually teach jazz. What do you know about jazz?" I didn't know anything about jazz. I was like, it's complicated. It's difficult to listen to. I don't like it at all. Improvisation? What do you mean? I mean, I was 12. But she was like, okay, got it. She heard me singing. She was like, you have something in your voice. Let's try. That's how I got to know Ella Fitzgerald, Ray Charles, Louis Armstrong, and all like Etta James. That's how I actually learned how to improvise. And these musicians and a lot of other musicians, they inspired me to learn how to do that. And actually, I really use that, even though I don't sing jazz and I don't like. Okay, the Christmas song we're gonna play today
Has its tinges to
has it, but
totally.
usually my music is not about jazz. It's more about like alternative indie something. But yes, I use all the time my voice. I use in the jazz way, and I love it because it's such freedom, when you can do that.
But then with that freedom, you can melodicize, or if that's even a word, into any other genre of music.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. Okay, well, let's do some of your music now. In fact, what prepped, because I believe the next song the first one that I planned that's not going to be live was If We're Gonna Die.
It's actually the song I was talking about. Anymore, let it go, let it go, let it go.
I am.
I just had everything I had about that song, only the first line, and if we're gonna die, and that's it. And that line actually lived with me for 6 months. And 6 months I was trying to find another words, another lyrics to this song. And after that, I came to Kiev, and on my way back from Kiev to Barcelona after the two weeks being there in Kiev, and it was like a little bit sad time. I was like, okay, I get it. I got it. I have the song. I have the lyrics. It took like 1 hour on the train to write the whole lyrics after. So here's it.
And this is it, folks. Another RC exclusive here on the Club with Lucas and Lady Anna Nadzion. If We're Gonna Die, and we'll be right back in 4 minutes.
If we're gonna die, should I say to anyone goodbye? And what I have to wear? Listen to me, I'm so scared about these little questions. And if you go away, well, I'll be falling in love one day with someone else's heart. And if there's war knocked our door, oh wait, I've seen it day before. We don't know a thing to be so sure anymore. Makes him laugh and let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Drop of regrets rolling down. Nothing will be like right now. I am free.
was a quick fade out. I didn't mean for that to happen. Rock on. Okay, that end at the very end. Do you remember a band? I don't know if anybody remembers the band. Or have you heard of a band called... it just brain fart. I want to say This Mortal Coil, but it's not This Mortal Coil. It's Cocteau Twins. The Cocteau Twins. Okay, we're gonna share.
Okay.
Because we have something to share. Because there was an ethereal sound there, almost like beach music. Okay, there's something that there at the very end. Again, Beach House, I think it's called. Alternative. What is some of the inspiration behind the alternative? Because you mentioned that just 10 minutes ago. So there are artists behind some of the alternative sounds that you put in there.
Well, I don't actually do this on purpose. I think because I was listening to a lot of amazing alternative musicians when I was like teenager. I think that's why my ears got used to it, and my ears actually can write music in that way because they just know this, way to write music. Here's the thing. When I was like 11 years old or 10, I was listening to Christina Aguilera because she was like amazing singer. I was trying to, I was like, I didn't know how to do that. And I was learning how to. And I actually did. And after that, I had this stage when I started writing music and I was listening to Muse. I was listening to Radiohead. And after that, I was listening to Amy Winehouse. She inspired me so much.
Oh, really?
Yes, she inspired me so much because of her sensitivity, because of the way she was performing. Every single time I saw her performing, I literally could see her soul, like her eyes were telling everything. And I was actually I was crying for like 1 week or something when she, passed away. And it was a very hard time for me. I was 13 or something. So, but if we're talking about alternative musicians, Radiohead, I would say Tom York is, the way he writes his music and what inspired me. That a lot of people were telling me, Anna, you can't write music that you want to. You have to write if you want to be popular, if you want to be famous or something. You have to write music that, pop, like everyone's going to like it. And I was like, but hey, if we're going to talk about Tom York, okay, he's not writing such thing, but he's popular and he has his audience. And that's what I want to be. And I'm not like, I want to write music that he writes. I want to express the sound from my soul. I want to show you how I hear this world, So if he can do that, why I can't?
So then that would be, because the next question on the list was, what's the philosophy behind what you write and what you do? And it's then it's, I guess, expressing the whatever you want through your creativity. Would it only just be through music, or would you think of other avenues in the future out of curiosity?
Art, because when I do music, I also think about visuals. I also create the ideas for music videos. And when I write a song, I have this synesthesia thing. So do you know when you hear music and you see colors in your head?
Oh my God, I do know it. One of my favorite people in this world.
Okay, so when I write music, I see the color, I see the shape, I feel the temperature of that song, and I know, okay, so I have this lyrics, I have this music, and visuals will be like that, and the pictures will be like that, and the idea will be that. And if, for example, I'm struggling with the idea, and for example, I scheduled the shooting next week, and I'm gonna be thinking about this every single night. I won't sleep, maybe I won't eat, but I will think about that, and I will have this idea. I will give the birth to this baby. But, well, I don't have so much opportunities now to create every single idea I have in my head. I can fly, I can't, do that in my videos, but I will one day.
Oh, you can with the right trip, girl. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I think my biggest dream is to be able to do whatever I want. In the creative way.
Amen.
To just, if I want to do that, I'm gonna do that. I want to shoot movies, like small movies or something. I want to show my vision because I have a lot of visuals. I just
like Malin Farmer and the old Michael Jackson videos that were 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Those were many movies that were often saying something. Yeah. Do you know the music of Malin Farmer? She's the French Madonna.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I would love to.
I can see it for you, girl. I also see you on a runway, but that's another story.
I would love to, yeah. I would love to do something.
Yeah?
Okay. Some musicals maybe, because when I was a kid, I was 3 years old, and actually that's how I opened stage to myself. I went to this class, but we had this class in a very big stage in that city, Ternopil, that I mentioned before. It was very big. Big stars came there and they, performed there. And yeah, I was able to use that stage to myself, 3 years old kid, and I had such big roles, plays, and I was just playing, playing something there,
Totally get it.
and I loved it, and that's how. Yeah, I think I would love to do some musicals or whatever.
Well, then I have okay. So we're gonna talk. I have a
Okay.
lot of contacts for that,
Okay.
especially for stuff that's coming up in 2024. Now there will be auditioning process and things like that of that nature, but hell yeah, we can make that happen. Now here's the other thing. As we do ever so often, every few weeks, we have some live, beautiful music here in our Blue Mesa live sessions. A little bit of pink and purple back there too, because purple rain, y'all. But Anna Nadzion has come accompanied by two other queens up in here, and one of them is going to be playing some guitar for us. And so I want to give a mad shout out to Sasha for this, and thank you so much. And also to my lady Esther, Queen Esther. Queen Esther. She might be floating in the corner, y'all. But I want to give a mad shout out as well to Kabe for making this happen. And Anna Nadzion, thank you so much for being here, because we also need to give a shout out because you're fresh off the back, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, of becoming a finalist for a music competition
Yeah,
that
thank
you
you.
whittled down to the very end. Now, you didn't win it, but you got to the very end.
Yeah.
So cheers for that as well. What was
Thank
that?
you very
Which one was that one again, please?
It was in San Marino. It's a European. It's their music fest.
Exactly.
Yes, and yeah, somehow
Sorry. It's hitting me now.
I became one of the finalists, and it was such a big deal for me. Okay, hi.
Okay.
I'm always.
It was
so
such a big
there.
deal for you, but at the same time, then you have to keep that momentum going at some point. You
Of
said you have an
course.
EP that's coming out in just a little bit after the holiday season.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
Are
talk
any of the
about
songs that we're going to be performing today? I believe one of them is going to be a Christmas song. So happy holidays again to everybody. But is any of the stuff that we're going to perform today, might it be on the E EP?
Today, no,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
no. It's a little bit of a secret. Like they're in this moment of preparation.
Love it.
But yes, we're gonna talk about that later.
Let's do it. This first song that we're going to hear is one called Wish.
Yeah.
Now, it's a Christmas ballad as well, correct?
Yes.
Hell
It was actually something that I want to. Okay, like 3 years ago, I had this idea. I want to give something to people. I want to give some present. And the first idea I could do, I have to write a song. And I actually spent for 24 hours. I wrote the lyrics, I recorded it, I mixed it, and everything I did in 24 hours. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, but it was
That's
just
a running
that.
theme in your family. Your sister driving.
Yes, it's like when you see the goal. If you have this passion to something immediately here and now, I forget about everything.
Amen.
I'm here. I'm
Love
here.
that.
I'm doing this, and this is the song.
Let's
This is
do
the
it.
song.
Happy holidays, everybody. This is Anna Nadzion with Wish.
Okay. I just wish to see a little bit of magic snow, to kiss and dance while Christmas with my love. Oh, I wish to hug my mom and tell my sis that all her dreams gonna come. Oh, I just wish all people many reasons to their smiles, to send them to each other despite the miles. Oh, I'm glad you hear my song, so all I wish really cannot be right. Ba-da-da-da-da, close your eyes and be whatever you want. Try to open kid inside your heart. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is the greatest start. I just wish tomorrow I'll be better than today, and all my fears and doubts will run away. Oh, I wanna wish myself be kind and wise until and after it's 12.
Okay.
Oh, I just sang this song to make us happier this day, to put some miracle inside us, Ray. Oh, I wish you feel the same, and truly love will bring you wonderful flame. But to open, kid, inside your heart. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is the greatest start. Close your eyes and be whatever you want. Try to open, kid, inside your heart. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is the greatest start. Thank you. Merry
Happy Christmas,
everyone.
everyone. Happy Christmas and happy holidays as well. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Is it bittersweet, the holiday right now? Because of everything that's happening and you're away? Does it get bittersweet sometimes this season?
What do you mean? I mean,
Like, bittersweet means...
bittersweet. No, yes,
you
I
know.
understand. Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, when I wrote a song, I really wanted to put something very happy to that song, but still you can hear this, sadness part, and it's something that I can't write a happy song, and I think it's because everything what is happening in our world every single day you
We
hear
feel it.
we feel it. You just can't. You just can't.
Exactly.
There is always this place for this sadness, and you
Well,
just
then-
can't deal with that.
If I may, that leading into, and I'm going to try not to butcher it too badly, but Verbovaya doshechka.
Вербовая дощечка.
Doshechka. What does it mean in English or Spanish?
So okay, here I need a little bit of translator because it's the hard word to say in English, but it's
really?
okay.
Because even looking at it, because, I'm not a cunning linguist.
Okay, it's verbovaya. It's willow board. Willow board.
Willowwood.
Willow board. Board.
Willowword.
Board. Board.
Like a board.
Board, yes.
Willow board.
So it's the folk, it's Ukrainian folk, and the meaning of this song is there is this girl, Nastechka. Anastasia, we would say, but it's the form of the name. And she's waiting for her love, and she's waiting for this guy, and she loves him very much. She's very in love with him, and she really believes that he's coming back, but he's not. And she's like, okay, I'm waiting for the guy who will give me these like red boots. Red boots, it's like beautiful red boots as a present of his love, that he's gonna bring her something. And she's waiting for that. And she's talking to her friends, to girlfriends, and she's like, okay, he's coming, but he's not. And she's this very naive girl. And through this song, for me personally, there is a huge changing of her, like when she's becoming more wise, when she's understanding that, oh, okay, that's now how it works. And and there is this phrase in this lyrics that as much, this thing when you do pasta and when you get rid of the water, this like
The calendar.
thing.
Calendar, yeah.
And there is much truth in boys as water in that thing. Like, no. Nothing.
Boys, men. I'm a man, and there are a few men in this world. Let's keep
Okay,
it real. But
okay.
there are a bunch of 50, 40, 30, and 20-year-old boys, and they
Here's
never
the
grow up.
thing. Yes. So it's this
Wow.
song is about that. It's
It's
about
about
the,
truth.
Yes, it's about truth. How much truth there is. Yes.
It's
So,
mm-hmm.
and it's very folky, and like the melody of the song is very.
love it.
Yeah. It's.
I'm totally up for this. I love folk music. We play a lot of folk music in here actually as well. So, El meu país es molt petit, eh? And so, bam, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Вербовая дощечка, ходить по ній Настечка, на все поле леліє, звідки милий приїде, звідки милий приїде,
I've got so vero, blenero, blene. I'll never no shene, no shene. Jak na stoczka bowala, bowala. W sadzie browa balala, balala. Idzie dziwki hasity, hasity. Te bramboda nosete, nosete. Скільки в це бриці водиці, водиці, стільки в дівках правдиці, правдиці.
Anan, Sasha, thank you. You got a grown man crying over here, and my next guest is in a corner crying as well. Damn.
You asked me about the philosophy of the music I do.
Yeah.
That's it. You're
And
crying.
When that came out, the juxtaposition of the vocals. Whoa. Wow. Thank you. Jesus H. Christ. Okay.
Thank you for being open.
Sasha, power to you and power to the people. God
Can I
bless
say
Amer-
something?
Yes, please.
Slava Ukraini, okay?
God bless Ukraine. Amen. God bless the world, too.
I wanted to say just a little quick. So Sasha just play guitar, but she's actually the one who makes visuals too.
As well.
Yes. Actually, every single music video that you will see or you've seen already, she's the camera woman of that. So it's just, I want to mention that because we have been collaborating for years now.
Power
we
to
started,
y'all, Anna and
so
Sasha. Thank
yeah.
you so much for making
Sasha
that happen.
Yermakova. Yeah.
Wow. So, okay.
Okay.
Well, we don't have too much more time, but damn. We're going to play off in just a few minutes with Home. So let's talk really quickly about them. You can't reveal any too much, but air back on. Oh God, because the spirit moved in
Yeah.
here. You know that. You
Yeah.
feel that. The spirit moved in here. So what is going to be preparing for us in the next few months before you drop the EP? At which point you'll be coming back?
Amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm preparing the EP. It'll be like 6 songs. One of them will
Hell
be the
yeah.
collaboration with this guy. His name is Dafabi. Well, we're gonna talk about later in
Amen.
another interview. Yes,
Yes,
and
Lord.
yeah, I'm gonna prepare everything, visuals and EP itself, but also I'm gonna be a little bit more active on social media. I am going to become a TikToker. I mean, no, there is this thing. I was very afraid of TikTok for a long time, but I mean, because it just was something that hard for me to do.
Yeah.
Like the every day you have to post something, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have a try, and that's the thing. I'm
Maybe
gonna,
teach us a few things too, please. Like we need to learn a few things. Seriously,
Yeah, okay.
creatively about your motherland, about what's
Yeah.
going on. But then, yeah, just saying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be just a little bit more active.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more active, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be collaborating with other musicians as well.
Brilliant.
So
Here in the city, here in Barcelona, or throughout? I mean, I'm sure
Right
you've
now-
got international connections. So.
right now here,
Okay.
I have 2 collaborations right now I'm working on with, and yeah, there are another plans also. I'm gonna talk about it on my social media.
yeah.
You're gonna hear everything on Instagram, on TikTok, obviously, and yes, my YouTube channel. You have to check my YouTube channel because it's full of a lot of like.
So can you
videos.
tell everybody, because that's the next part of the last question, where can people get a hold of you? How can people contact you? And we'll also be including all of this at the bottom of our YouTube feed when the video's edited later on for the next couple of weeks, guys. So you'll have all of these connections as well. But where can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, sure. Instagram, first of all, Instagram.
Hell to the yeah.
Second of all, YouTube, because I'm posting everything there, the music videos, and yeah, TikTok and Spotify, Apple Music, and everything. Please go there, listen to my music, because now it's full of just singles, but I'm working on EP.
Exactly.
And this year we're gonna have two, one in the spring and another one in fall. So yes.
It's like a spring affair and then another one for the
Yeah.
autumn. Okay, so wait a minute. There's going to be two EPs dropping, one after the new year and one later on in the year. And people can hold now. When I want to say Ana Nadzion, that's two N's, everybody, not one. And Nadzion is spelled Nadzion.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where we look it up. And there was one other thing, Home. What inspired the last song that we're going to play out with, Home?
When I came to Spain, since the beginning of Russian invasion of Ukraine, we had to go here with my family, and I really felt like, I was a refugee, and I felt this for the very first time in my life. I realized what is this like to be as a refugee, and I wanted to write a song to other people who are also in the same situation, so they can feel that they are not alone, and I have the same things. And of course, there are obviously a lot of people who went through much more complicated situation, but it's just the song that I wanted to give to people so they know that they are not alone. And even now, it's getting another sense. So it's just something for people, like every single song. Yeah.
Thank you for coming here and sharing for the people as well.
Thank you
as
very
well.
much.
And
Thank you
viva
very much for having
Ucrania
me.
Forever. And viva democracia,
Thank
porfa Dios.
you.
And thank you so much for being here. We will have you here in a few months when everything's ready to drop and pop. And
I love
if
your
you ever need any background actors, you're talking to the right man. And so we'll have to also share some of those other musicians and stuff like that, because we can
Okay.
pop those up here as well.
Sure.
Folks, this was Ana Nadzion. Thank you so much for being here. Sasha, thank you so much for playing. And to my Queen Fairy Esther in the corner, thank you so much for being here and making this happen.
Who is actually the leader of CABE, the Association of
Exactly,
Musicians
and I
in
was gonna-
Barcelona. Yes, we didn't talk about that,
Exactly.
but yes.
And look that up as well, Familia Cabe, which is it is the organization here for musicians in Barcelona. So, Lady Esther, thank you so much. Ana, Sasha, power to the people. Folks, this is Home, and we will see you in just a little bit.
Rain in the attic, feeling pathetic. Bunches of voices saying that it'll be easy. But where the hell's in my home? The clock is ticking in the upside down. I guess I'm waiting till about to drown. Every tick and every piece is full of needles under my skin. I just wonder how many kisses are becoming unseen. Furious oceans having come